Talking about today in terms of identity, the reason people hold on to that story is because they have a strong identity attached to it. That's why people do it, and they don't know who they are without that. And when we start to heal our stuff, we start to let go of that, we're like, well, actually, who am I? You know, we've got all these new friends who are perhaps ahead of us in business, and we're kind of freaking out because we're not as far as we want to be, or we're hanging out with new friends and we just think they're really awesome, and we're like, oh my God, am I even good enough? Or we start seeing someone new, we start dating someone new, and it's everything we've ever wanted, but then we want to run away from it as well. We can run away from the very thing that we want, and if we do that, we're not going to get what we want, right? And when we eventually heal our stuff and we get there and we have the home and we have the easy relationship and we have the new circle of friends, it can be a little bit like, well, who is this person? And it's the new version of you, it's the upgraded version of you. And that can feel very confusing and it can feel very scary. And I really want to challenge all of you to make sure that you're not buying into the old version of yourself. And it's the story of there's two wolves inside of me, and one is focused on destruction, and he's focused on doubt and fear, and the other one's focused on truth and love and compassion and kindness, and they're fighting each other. And this elder is talking to this little boy, and the little boy says, well, which wolf wins? And he says, the one I feed. How profound is that? I got shivers as I said that. The one I feed. And that's exactly what it is. Like, which wolf are you feeding? Are you feeding the wolf that's like the old wounded you? Or are you feeding the wolf that is the new, the higher version of you, who you really are? As well, but like my old tagline used to be reconnecting women to the truth of who they are. You are not your wounds. Like, that's not who you are. It's something you chose to learn. It's something you chose to experience so that you could learn a karmic lesson and become the version of you. And it's kind of ironic that you think that in the process of learning that lessons that you are the old version, but that's not who you are. It's not. So yeah, who are you feeding? And I'm going to take this like grandma cardie off, even though it's super comfy. It feels like it's restricting me a little bit, and that's why my flow isn't quite right. It's like stripping with Cheryl, me seductively removing a stocking or something. And it doesn't matter so much who the shadow self is, you probably know that side really, really well, right? But the reason why that exercise is so important, because you can see that and you go, oh, that's actually who I am. And anytime I'm acting out of shadows and wounding, I'm actually not being who I am. And like I said before, sometimes we can feel like that's opposite. We can feel like that new version of myself that I've stepped into isn't who I am, when it is. That's the fullest, truest expression of you. So that's the truth of who we are, is what we're heading towards. Help you, because it's helping you to see what is the highest expression of yourself, and you will have experienced it at some point, right? You'll have, it's that feeling when you're in those high vibrations of joy and happiness and gratitude and just feeling so excited and lit up about life.